Hola a todos. Hoy vamos a practicar un subjuntivo nuevo, el pretérito perfecto de subjuntivo. First, we will see how to construct this grammar tense, and later how to use it. This tense has two parts. The first one is the presente de subjuntivo of the verb haber, and the second one is a participio pasado. Let's see first the presente de subjuntivo of the verb haber. I have is yo haya. You have, in an informal way, is tú hayas. You have, in a formal way, is usted haya. He has is él haya. And she has is ella haya. We have is nosotros hayamos. You have to a group of people in an informal way is vosotros o vosotras hayáis. You have to a group of people in a formal way is ustedes hayan. And they have is ellos or ellas hayan. I remind you that you don't have to say yo, tú, ustedes all the time. You can just say haya, hayas, haya, hayamos, etc. The participio pasado is the same as in the ordinary pretérito perfecto that you already know. So with verbs finishing in AR, you'll have to swap that for ado. So trabajar will be trabajado. With the verbs finishing in ER, you'll have to take that off and put ido, like for example with comer, comido. And with verbs finishing in IR, you'll have to swap the IR for ido, like verbs like vivir will be vivido. The irregular verbs are also the same. Hacer is hecho, ver is visto, escribir es escrito, etc. We use this tense in the same type of sentences as the presente de subjuntivo to express wishes, probability, opinion. The difference is that we use the pretérito perfecto de subjuntivo when the action in subjunctive occurred before the time when the person is expressing that wish, probability, opinion, etc. Let's see some examples to illustrate this. So let's see an example with wishes. If you want to say, I hope you pass the exam, you'll say, ojalá apruebes el examen. But if you want to say, I hope you have passed the exam, then you'll have to say, ojalá hayas aprobado el examen. Another example, if you want to say, I hope he arrives soon, you'll have to say, espero que llegue pronto. But if you want to say, I hope he has already arrived, then you'll say, espero que haya llegado ya. Let's see now some examples with probability. So if you want to say, maybe he will study a lot before the exam, you'll say, quizás estudie mucho antes del examen. But if you want to say, maybe he has studied a lot before the exam, then you'll have to say, quizás haya estudiado mucho antes del examen. Another example with probability, if you want to say, possibly he will live many years in Spain, then you'll say, posiblemente viva muchos años en España. But if you want to say, possibly he has lived many years in Spain, then you'll have to say, posiblemente haya vivido muchos años en España. Now we'll see some examples with opinion. So if you want to say, I don't think they will go to the beach, you'll say, no creo que vayan a la playa. But if you want to say, I don't think they have gone to the beach, then in this case you'll have to say, no creo que hayan ido a la playa. And another example with opinion, if you want to say, I don't think they work a lot. You'll say, no me parece que trabajen mucho. And if you want to say, I don't think they have worked a lot. In this case, you'll say, no me parece que hayan trabajado mucho. And with relative clauses, if you want to say, we are looking for future engineers who study in Oxford, then you'll say, buscamos futuros ingenieros que estudien en Oxford. But if you want to say, we are looking for an engineer who has studied in Oxford, in this case, we'll say, buscamos un ingeniero que haya estudiado en Oxford. Another example with relative clauses, if you want to say, they are looking for Spanish teachers who live in Madrid, then we'll say, buscan profesores de español que vivan en Madrid. But if we want to say, they are looking for Spanish teachers who have lived in Madrid, in this case we'll say, buscan profesores de español que hayan vivido en Madrid. And with temporary sentences, if you want to say, when we study, we will need silence, then you'll say, cuando estudiemos, necesitaremos silencio. But if you want to say, when we have studied, we will be relaxed. In this case, you'll say, cuando hayamos estudiado, estaremos tranquilos. And another example with temporary sentences. If you want to say, when you wash the dishes, put some gloves on. Then you'll say, cuando friegues los platos, ponte guantes. But if you want to say, when you have washed the dishes, clean the kitchen, in this case you'll have to say, cuando hayas fregado los platos, limpia la cocina. Esto es todo sobre el pretérito perfecto de subjuntivo. As you see, it is not particularly difficult. Sometimes things sound more complicated in theory, but I think when you see the comparison example sentences I have given, you can see quite clearly how it works. The best way to remember it is to practice it by imagining situations when you would use it. Try to make out a few examples of wishes, probability, opinion, etc., with present sentences and pretérito perfecto de subjuntivo sentences, as we have just seen. Que tengáis una fantástica semana y nos vemos pronto. ¡Hasta luego!